Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. So today I just kind of wanted to hop on here. Sometimes like when I'm creating YouTube videos, I don't necessarily have a topic. Today I really am looking at these charts and I'm telling you, it has been an interesting day. So I think today what I want to talk about is simply what the charts were doing, what I was expecting, but also like why I didn't take a trade today in more depth, because some days I don't take a trade based on simply the consolidation. Some days I don't take a trade because it's either a Monday, right? So it's like time based, and sometimes I simply don't take a trade because we had such a big move in the morning that usually the hour of 10 to 11 we don't see much movement, and I don't want to get trapped in a trade that I'm not confident in. So there's a couple reasons I don't like taking a trade on certain days, certain times, and simply certain market conditions. Today I'll be explaining what the case was for that today, and kind of just being okay with it, like completely okay with saying, hey, like I don't want to take a trade in this, and the power it brings to you because you're the trader and you don't have to take a trade every day. So we'll start on the charts. All right. Now I left my chart layout how I like it when I'm trading. I actually have the 15-minute up in this corner, the 5-minute down in this corner, and then the 1-minute here. I take most, if not all, of my trades on the 1-minute chart, but I like having the 5-minute and the 15-minute kind of there for confluence. If there's breaks and market structures like on the 15-minute, or if I see something on the 5-minute, like we talked about the reversal pattern, having that 5-minute break of market structure is key. I like just seeing it all while I'm trading. And then I have my monitor, which is what this is on. And then on my laptop, I'll kind of switch from the ES to the Dow to the DXY and getting the confluences. And then I'll even have like a chart open for the 1 hour on the NASDAQ. And even though I don't really look at that as much, I do like kind of knowing what that 1 hour chart is going to do. Like as you can see here on the top left here, we have that 1 hour fair value gap. That was the one I was talking about yesterday, how I wanted to see the market react and respect it. We did in fact respect it, and then had like a nice down day, taking out some relative equal lows, and of course coming into today, taking out Wednesday's low, and then trading down to the consequent encroachment of the daily fair value gap. And after we went down into that daily fair value gap consequent encroachment, we kind of traded, and of course at 8:30 blast off. We traded all the way higher, and this is kind of what I mean by I don't really like trading after moves like this, because one, we could potentially see the market just continue to rise and keep going for like weekly highs, or sometimes we can see the markets just fall and close in this huge move. So for me, it's always like a hit or miss with these days. I really do like when the market's just kind of steady, kind of going higher or lower. But when we see like huge runs like this, you know, because of news or, you know, CPI or NFP, just these moves to me are a little suspect. And that's why when this happens, I don't usually like trading afterwards. And I'll kind of go into depth on why. So, of course, I'll kind of focus on the 1 minute here. So, we had the open at 9:30, came down into this fair value gap, traded higher, taking out these relative equal highs, which was like a really nice target. We took these out. We then see this kind of drop down, came back up, leaving these relative equal highs now, and entering into our trading zone. So because we have been moving higher, I wasn't really looking for a sell, but this move didn't even give us a sell. You know, we didn't see the market trade back up into fair value gap or this order block. You know, it just started selling off. And again, that's just like something I don't like seeing, because as we could see, the market moved higher, kind of filling in this fair value gap before having this kind of V shape. Don't like those V's. And then the market came back down, but it came back down into that 1 hour fair value gap, which was kind of interesting to see. But now we see like it is pushing down lower. And honestly, today my bias would have been buys, right? So being careful of this market. Like, I wanted to see the market take out sell side liquidity and move higher, but these markets are just very suspect. So I like staying out of it when we have that big kind of push up here. I just like staying out of the markets, honestly. So even though today had movement, yes, I'll give it that, we had movement, we did make some nice trending moves, it just wasn't the easiest to take a trade in. And for that reason, I simply don't take a trade, especially because when I do trade, it's like once or twice a week, maybe 3 times if I'm lucky. So we already did take that one good trade yesterday. Is it really worth taking a trade in a market condition that I know I'm not the best at trading in? Probably not. So that is why we stayed out. And you know, it worked out in our favor. Like, this market ended up just kind of had that nice push down and then kind of consolidated through our hour of trading. And because of that, we simply didn't take a trade, but we didn't take a loss, but we didn't take a win either. So it's kind of like, it's just accepting that we didn't take a loss, but we didn't take a win. So we didn't make any money, but we didn't lose any money. And I think that's okay. You know, that's okay. Plus, it's the end of February. Can you guys believe it? I know. Where does the time go? It's the end of February, and it's a leap year, so happy leap year to you guys. It's the 29th, which is pretty cool. Only happens every 4 years, so happy leap year. And yeah, I mean, March is going to be a great month. We're going to see some really great moves, I hope. It's going to be kind of getting into that springtime here in Canada. Maybe, we'll see. Who knows, we might get another cold week, but it's just kind of a new beginnings. It's springtime, new starts. So I think March is going to be a really good month, and I'm super excited for it. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for hopping on here. I know it was like short and a little bit all over the place, but my main key point here is, don't take a trade if you don't feel comfortable in the market conditions. Like, don't force yourself to take a trade. Those trades I find are usually losers anyways, when I force myself to get into the market when I'm like, I'm not really sure about it. So just accept that that's okay and move past it, essentially. Perfect. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow, and hopefully we get some better price action. Bye for now.